Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he... Would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
Throwing on first down. Flowers. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flowers. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
46-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They will run for the first time here with White. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Flowers. And that'll be incomplete. Flowers took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Flowers. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And they're able to get get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down, New England.
From the 50, it's Watson. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
New England.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But it's going to be second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On second and 10, Watson. That's out to his running back, Michel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
The Patriots.
And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was brought down by
no gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Well, About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's White. Runs through the contact. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Flowers. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. First down, here's White. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down.
Out of the gun, Watson. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Pass the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. 42 yards. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
That one caught by Bibbs, his running back. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Patriots 21. Falcons 10.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ito Smith, the ball carrier.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
This is White on the screen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Ito Smith. A 7-yard pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
47-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Flowers, and that's caught by Smith. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Flowers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Flowers. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
On the play.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Got his man, that's Harry. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
On the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Catanzaro's kick is good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. It gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
1-yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there, and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Bibbs. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. The 30. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Well, Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Patriots 24, Falcons 19.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw again, Watson. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun, Watson. Catch is made by Harry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
And the Patriots.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete.
Watson.
Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Quick throw completed by Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 12.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This is Bibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Watson. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. New England on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the ground is Michel. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On the ground, Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Callaway, the return man. And he returns this to the 22.
Antonio Callaway on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Patriots 31, Falcons 26.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Watson off play action. He'll get this underneath to Michel. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Michel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
3-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Callaway, the return man.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, we'll see how determined they are. Darquez Denard there defensively.
Down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Flowers. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Calvin Ridley.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll run it. This is Michel. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New England, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.